Good morning. Yvette Avery running for president on the Empower Slate. This morning, this is the ballot count day. We had one of our members, trustees actually, running on the slate, went over to 3900 Crown Road to turn in his ballot to find out that any ballots that have been cast, that were received yesterday, that will be received or turned in today, will not be counted in our election. The employee at the post office let us know that they have to be processed in another part of the building before they can be added to our election box. So if we come this morning at 10 o'clock a.m. to pick up the ballots, that we will not get all the ballots that the post office has for this election. Nobody has ever told us in the past that turning in your ballots up until that time will not be counted. But I'm very sure that our election supervisor and possibly even our current leadership were aware that there's a process to putting the mail in those boxes. So we know our lists were incorrect, where all members' addresses weren't updated and weren't correct. We know that some addresses were not complete. So that began the first process of disenfranchisement. Now we know that the post office procedure, which I'm sure our people are aware of, because we're not, and we're just now finding this out, causes disenfranchisement once again. This will explain why members during the last election received their ballots back months later, because unopened, because the post office employee let us know that all ballots received and that are not counted, or they're not, from yesterday and today, will all end up becoming dead mail and would go to the post office on Fulton Industrial and sit there until they figure out return addresses for everybody to send their stuff back to them. So there's going to be people, they had up until the week prior, you could request a replacement, which is already another process of disenfranchisement, because I'm sure they were well aware that by the time you receive that ballot and get it back to the post office, especially if you live a little further out, for our members that are out further, that your ballot would never make it on time to be counted. This is absolutely unacceptable. This is something that should have been explained to all parties, so that during the campaign process, we could have informed our members better, so everybody could make sure they had the opportunity to vote. Definitely unacceptable. Definitely will be protested. I don't understand why, but I do understand why things like this are happening, and our members and people who are running in these elections are not informed. Just want to make sure, as usual, we have the transparency, and we do have the proof. All members and all people today will be notified today when we go pick up these boxes, so everybody will get the information that we now have, which is highly unfortunate that it came at this late hour. But hopefully the ones who all sent their ballots in earlier will actually get their voices heard, and we hope today that the victory will come to the Empower Slate, because all of these tactics to keep our members out of the loop, and these tactics to keep leadership as to who they want the leadership to be, needs to be over today. See you on the other side.